Asampa FM 94.7. All talk, all day.
So my muhano say akwara yi edi bonia emra ne chese akwara edi 12 years. Now odi bonia that akwara no is criminally responsible for the conduct, which means that bonia akwara na edi no a crime was a crime at the house punishment be our say the akwara na say the man. However, in administering the punishment, you know, emra ne ahihye okwara so ofa so dey. You cannot use your own decision as to whether to decide, say, so for instance, say, Akora could be born on school properties. It is within the domain of Ghana Education Service to decide, since Akora know that environment, you know, it poses threat to properties and the lives of other students. Therefore, no, to serve the best interest of the majority of students, you know, and I say, we will have a limitation to the conduct of Akrano within the school environment, you know. But it's not, you cannot take it outright. You can provide limitations or you can debordinize Akrano, but you don't have any right to deny the Akrano to have access to that environment because on Monday year towards it, I don't need the best city in Kora. And even in an event where Enkorana from Omra is the Subaby dilemma. Emrano do not recommend punishment. Emrano recommend rehabilitation. In the case of Enkora, in this case, I'm talking about almost below the age of 18 years. And even within our juvenile justice system, no, there are another set of people like from young offenders. Almost above, they say 18, almost within, they say 21, 18 to 21. Emrano from young offenders. Na mbrane chese sebi omoye anamo omoye niema bi na sebi emfa kwemu a sebi oman no betimi exercise some discretion to handle their matter on the basis of the welfare principle that has been enshrined when it comes to the welfare of Enkwara. All these things are there. If omoye anamo omotu anamo bi na se enya, it is not for punitive measures that need to be taken. It's for us to rehabilitate their minds, to restore them to the normal position. That is the position of the law. That is why the welfare principles Children's Act it states clearly say institutions be able to take decisions on behalf of Enkorano. Make sure that the decision that we take will be in the best interest of Enkorano. So debordinizing them, the children serve as a threat in the environment. Therefore, their presence, would affect the majority of people. Until you can isolate them or you can provide the limitation in terms of their movement in the same environment. But for Ghana Education Service to go to the extent of saying, Enkorano should not write exams now, they have registered, government has invested in them for registering them. All that you are doing, free SHS role. And any social services that you render to people is for social investment. Into all that Ghana Education Service is doing or denying children on the basis all the investment that we've made into them, for that singular act we are asking them not to write exams. Invariably telling them we are terminating your future. And I don't think, some of these decisions, resonate with the positions of the law when it comes to how we'd want to discipline our children, or the recommendations, or the steps the law has given to us. On that, and further, I don't know how that can be because.
Right, Appiah, Wujidi say, dear, na was say yes, uncle. If it's a mrea, wobosho, there be none can was say, emrenunu pemrano, nke wasanie, yamfa one fancy, yamuma was shubain ensesa. And no a free bra. Sanchez ye ba ye UNICEF no 1 year ka ya hwe o Ghana ya brunkwadano dodo enti yamfa we nya adwuma mudi mani adi akire na sa ye research into it enkwala ni shuban ne na ekoso no ye ne hu bida sa kwada no wa fa video asi ne ho so no wa twa ne ho no wa di atem na ne wo sa ne ma ba besi agangari ye di animu muntai no ye ni be ye de mra enkwada yi nyansemu an wo die papa.
You see, no senior medical can o share gelia sabi yendi munse senior mano. I mean, maybe I'm going to answer to but it is not something that we have to condone. Enya dia si kata so. Enya dia sabi obi koda say so many dia. Yen kanji ni panso or right into the open or because ni ankwara here it has nothing to do with rights. It has nothing to do with rights. So in the discussion on sabi we should not equate the conduct of Nkoranu to right. It's an act of indiscipline, and we have to treat it as such. And only a position. And I have always maintained a position that sebe, your opinion, your Nkoranu, now Timiko Jan radio so, TV so, and as you have a medium, now the Omampeniatem or people in leadership. And it is the highest order of indiscipline. And we should not entertain it in any platform whatsoever. There are steps. Many Americans in your mother, Sabio, we cannot use our own discretion to determine the kind of punishment that we have to give them because Emra wo ho ebo mo ho bai. Na Emra ne chese okwa wesu na say e for moda sa na mo bi say dia. Ye say e fa so na ye de correct you. That is the position. If say a fee say you bet me other form of punishment for them. Then let's go back to Parliament and tell Parliament Yankwara no omo ni ya tra omo ni ntonji no. Yes is am renum na so bi di bone a. Ya pe sa kwan no so a o ye fa so sesi ano. E dia punishment na hu say e do na be mana ye yi. E na e ba e ma bomu a research is bia ba betodwa e wo Ghana ha ma no be bia. Enti me kwa I will limit myself to Ghana here. Research has shown say Sebio it doesn't reform them. It doesn't change them. And the argument say, introduce man. It has not changed anything. Look, and go for a research be. And no say, and Koran modern has existed since the existence of this life by age na woman. But what has brought about the difference? And they said, now no. And Krano have a medium to express it for majority of people to see it. Yehuni say it is strange. Because we share O-level system, the kind of as a Nyama student are here. But then Ebiana Omuni social media, Obiba Bichaba Betuso, Intino, but now, because there's a social media, we can have access to Nyama and Krayo school. So we are beginning to think, say, Sabi, this is the current crop of students and put to have certain behavior. But this behavior has existed for a long time. The need for us to correct those behaviors is not to just provide a surface solution to it. We have to go in depth, understand the concept, and then develop systems that basically are going to change the behavior. And yes, I said we'll be dealing with symptoms.
Okay.
We'll be dealing with outcomes. But the fundamentals that result in the outcomes, Sebe, ignore. Let me give you an example. Sebe, obitimiko opini because in the name of political parties, otimiko JTV is timidi di omampeniatem. Now yes, in the name of democracy. And there's nothing that children will do in this world, our society, and then farmer.
You.